only to them, I'm gonna prove it to myself that I am who I say I am. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing. Prove it to yourself. Fuck everybody else. You prove it to yourself first. And once you do that, you're gonna accomplish everything you want to accomplish.
I'm about to tell y'all boys something that y'all probably don't want to hear. But I'm gonna say about 80% of y'all, 85% of y'all will never reach your full potential. And I'm gonna tell you a couple traits that I think a lot of men need to follow in order to be where they want to be. And it's the reason why a lot of y'all will never ever be a high value man. A high value man, it's not just about, I know everybody talk about money, stuff like that. Like high value man, it ain't got nothing to do with your money. It has nothing to do with your accolades. It ain't got nothing to do with your success. There's two different high value men. You got the high value men in the dating market with women. Then you got the high value men, the one that can really make big decisions to affect other people's lives. And I'm going to break both of them down. You got one, a guy that's a high value man. Let's take Mark Zuckerberg, for example. This man owns a business. He's a billionaire. He got all these stocks. He can basically affect our First Amendment. That's the kind of power he got. Now, that power affects the mass, but when most women look at a guy like that, that's not somebody that they're attracted to. So we're going to really stay away from that. I'm about to talk to y'all about the other high value man, the one that I'm more familiar with myself because I fell into this category quite a few times in my life. I went in and out, and I'm going to tell you what I mean. Basically, when I was younger, I think when I was like 22 years old, I used to go to the gym real heavy. You know, that's when I was like basically at my physical peak, at my physical prime. I could dunk. I used to play basketball. I used to talk to a lot of women. And I'm going to tell you the mindset that I really had, that I'm going to tell you a lot of guys that y'all don't have. And really y'all kind of suffering more because y'all kind of letting women outbid y'all in a way. Y'all kind of letting women outmaneuver y'all. And basically what I had in my mindset is not to care. I didn't care. I didn't care if a woman liked me. I didn't care if she was interested in me. I didn't care what her type was. I never cared. And also, I never really put myself in a position where women were the leaders and I was the one trying to pursue them. A lot of y'all guys, the reason why y'all suffer because y'all always put yourselves in positions where y'all have to basically be subservient to a woman and adhere to a woman rather than she try to get on your time. It's very difficult to convince or try to persuade a woman to date you when you're not even really her type. You know what I mean? And a lot of females, what they'll do is they'll use this as a power trip to control you and manipulate you. I think the best thing you can do to be successful with women, first of all, be involved with women that want to get involved with you. You know what I mean? Look, do what you do regardless of whatever she wants. Be who you want to be, date who you want to date. You know, get involved with whoever you want to get involved with, regardless of whatever this woman may want. Women, they like to do things on their time. That doesn't mean you sit here and juggle this female and do everything that she wants until she decide to have sex with you. But what I mean is the mindset that I used to have a mindset of she'll come around. I used to allow women to go out, do whatever. And I'm telling you, you always get that random text a month later, 2 months later. Now, a lot of y'all guys, this becomes a pivotal problem. A lot of men are not willing to go without sex in order to stand on principle. I watch a lot of these videos online, and you could even look on comments. I'm on social media a lot. I use Facebook, Instagram. There are always guys out there trying to cape for women. There are always guys out there trying to make small talk for women. Women see right through this, bro. They know what you're trying to do. They know why you trying to make small talk. They know why you trying to be their friend. They know why you commenting on their status. They all know you don't got to put a heart. You don't got to sit here and tell her how bad she is and all that. She know why you there. Because if she had the mindset that you didn't care, you wouldn't have been there in the first place. They know already. So your job is to basically put yourself in a position where you could be reached, but you're not somebody that's looking to be reached, if that makes sense. You got to have a mindset as a man like, look, bro, I'm going to just enjoy my day and whatever come to me, come to me. I'm not about to go out my way for people. I'm not about to complain about validation. What I've seen is a lot of men out here complaining about the fact that women are not giving you the energy you want. So you see more men out here complaining, basically saying that, hey, these women want too much. These women ask for too much. These women this, these women that. But you got to really have the mindset of like, look, man, I'm going to be who I want. I'm going to do what I want on my time. If I'm not for you, then I'm not for you, but I'm not about to change for you. I ain't about to change for nobody. And it's very, I don't think y'all understand how moist and unattractive it is to try to beat these women's standard down. Who cares about their standards? Who cares? Let them be as delusional as possible. Let them think they deserve the world. Who cares? It's about you. What do you feel like you deserve? What do you feel like you want? You know what I mean? There are a lot of people that will sell you these pacification subscriptions to make you feel better about things in your life, but it don't get better. But what I'm trying to do is help you make your situation better. And you cannot care. I don't care how attracted you are to a woman. I don't care how good her sex is. You can't care about what she wants over what you want. And once you get to a point where you're allowing her to finagle you into doing things that she wants, you relinquish all power. And it's too many men doing that. You know, you want to be the guy that stand out, man. I remember, I get it. I know feminism has progressed and accelerated at a crazy rate, but you got to always put yourself in a position to meet the kind of women that you want to meet. If you got to travel to do it, then do it. If you got to work on putting yourself in positions to where women can see you and be around you, then do it. Because to be honest, man, a lot of women love clout. They love clout over money. You're going to have way more successful women having clout rather than money. I know that sounds crazy, but women are obsessed with trends. They're obsessed with clouts. They're obsessed with camera lights. They're obsessed with being in other people's mind. And if you are a guy that can be put in a position to where you're around a lot of women and you create a lot of traction and you create a lot of attractiveness, those women are going to come to you. But just trying to get money is not always the answer. Because I remember when I was at my brokest, that's when I was having the most sex, basically. I was having the most sex when I had the most time on my hands. You know why? Because I had time to entertain people. I had time to make jokes. I had time to work out. I had time to flirt. I ain't got time like that now. I'm out here working on my money, working on my business. That way I can create wealth for not only me, but for my family. But there's sacrifices that's going to have to be made. But that's something that a lot of men and a lot of these coaches don't want to talk about. They would rather tell you that women are the problem and it's just them and it ain't got nothing to do with you. And to be honest, it's really all about your mindset. Women only got the power that you give them. That's it. And they know that. And they understand what their standards are. They really not delusional. They know what their standards are. But the fact of the matter is y'all still deal with them regardless of what they ask for. That's why they behave that way. And they won't change until the men change. The men are supposed to be the leaders of society. But we don't have enough men out here really thinking about, well, what can I do to change how I'm approaching women? Not enough men are doing that. Not enough. So I applaud what people like Kevin Samuels used to do. Much respect to him. I'm not saying what he was doing was wrong, but what I'm saying is just because somebody feeds you shit don't mean you gotta eat it. And just because these women are telling you what they want or what you need to adhere to, that does not mean you have to reach whatever standard they set. Because the only person you competing with is yourself. Okay? So always remember that. You got to be willing to make sacrifices on sex. You're going to have to be willing to make sacrifices on money. You're going to have to be willing to make sacrifices on friendships, relationships, even relationships with your family, anybody, in order to stand on what you stand on. A lot of women don't like me. A lot of women don't fuck with me like they used to. You know why? Because as I got older, there's less things I tend to tolerate. And I'm not willing to change what I believe in just to make somebody feel comfortable with who they are. The only way I would do that, honestly, if I just want to have sex with you. You know what I mean? But if you trying to be like a real high value man, as you say, a lot of men, man, you could really just, high value men can say what they want, say what they feel, say the truth, and women will still be there. You know what I mean? You ain't got to lie and sell a woman a dream just to have sex with them. But understand that we are all human beings, and that could be short-lived based on the person. So, you know, things change. It just depends on the situation. It depends on the synopsis. You know, so I want y'all to think about that. Y'all have a good day. You know, don't sweat these females, man.